I think it's time to add the roast. I'm just going to add it to the pressure cooker. It is absolutely falling off the bone. I don't know if you can see that. It's looking great. Hi, my name is Paulette and welcome back to the channel. My channel is called Time to Live. And today I'm going to be making a roast lamb as well as some roasted vegetables in the oven. So the roast lamb is going to be actually made with the pressure cooker and then added to the oven later. Why don't we get started and let me show you how quick and easy it is to make a roast lamb in the pressure cooker. This morning I actually did a bit of prep work so we can get on with it this afternoon. And what I did was I skinned all the fat from the lamb roast. This lamb roast is actually 1.4 kilos, which is, I think, 4.2 pounds. And I had to skin quite a bit of fat from it. It was a real thick fat. Once I finished doing that, I also prepped the vegetables that I'm going to be using, which is potatoes, carrots, onions, and later on I'll be adding some broccoli as well. So yes, it's very simple. Get that out of the way because you can even do that the night before if you need to. So when it comes to actually making your roast the next day, it's much quicker. Why don't we get started? So let's start with the vegetables first. I'm going to add some olive oil. I guess you could say maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons. And a bit of salt. It's going to give it the flavor. Generous amount of pepper, as well as a little bit of garlic powder. What we're going to do here is just combine all of the beautiful flavors. And once that's done, we're just going to add it to our pan. I will put the vegetables in the oven to roast for around 45 minutes to an hour, and it'll be on maybe 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. And while they're roasting, that is when I will start cooking the lamb roast in the pressure cooker. So as you can see, it's been skinned, as much as I could. I didn't want to take all of the fat off. So what I'm going to actually do is just make some incisions with the knife, just in different areas of the lamb. And that's where we're actually going to start adding the garlic into the lamb. It just gives it that, again, that extra flavor that's just so delicious. So I think that's pretty good. And then we're just going to place those bits of garlic into the lamb. What I'll do is I will bring you back when we get this into the pressure cooker. Let's turn this pressure cooker on. I'm going to add some olive oil, maybe 2 tablespoons, and let that heat up a little bit. I've also chopped some onions, and I will first sear the roast in the pressure cooker, take the roast out, and fry those onions. It just gives it that extra flavor. Once those onions are a little bit brown and translucent, I will add the roast back into the pressure cooker with the seasonings and so on. So you'll see step by step what I'm doing. So I'm just going to add it to the pressure cooker. And we're going to let each side sear around 30 seconds to maybe 1 minute, so it's nice and brown. All right, let's move this one now over. Turn it. Got to grab it by the bone because it's a bit hard to turn it over. As you can see, it's nice and brown. And I'm going to continue just browning all of the edges of this roast. Take it out of the pot, place it somewhere, and then start frying the onion. Okay, let's take this roast out of the pressure cooker. As you can see, it's really nicely browned. That didn't take long at all, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. Now we are going to add the onions and just saute those. Onions are looking nicely translucent. Maybe let those fry for a little bit longer and I'll bring you back when I'm going to put the lamb in. All right, let's get this lamb back in the pressure cooker. So now at this point, what we're going to do, I'm going to turn this fan off because it's too noisy. We're going to start adding some seasoning. So I'm going to put some pepper. Again, pepper to taste, however you like it. Good generous amount of salt. It just absorbs it. And I'm also going to add some beef stock just to give it that extra flavor as well. It's not necessary. Now at this point, we add the water. There's 3 cups of water here. And we'll see how much we need. We just fill up the pressure cooker. Okay, I think I've used 2.5 cups there. So what the water is obviously going to help with the whole process of cooking this lamb much faster. But at the end also, the stock from the lamb and the bones and so on with the water is going to make an excellent gravy. That's why you have to put the water in the pot so it just doesn't dry out or burn. Now that that's ready to go, we are just going to put the lid on the pressure cooker and allow that to start steaming up. And I'll bring you back as it's getting to that point of steaming. So this is getting very close to grabbing all that pressure, air pressure. It's just about to start. You can tell this is popping up. And then once it pops up completely, it'll be cooking. So the heat is on high to allow that pressure to build up in the pressure cooker. And once that pressure is there, we turn the heat down. As you can see, there's a little bit of steam coming out of this little nozzle here. It means that this is pressurized, and the fact that it's on high is causing that steam to come out. So it's ready for us to reduce the heat. And now I've just put the heat down to low. Now that the pressure cooker is on low, it will cook for around 45 minutes. And in that 45 minutes, that lamb will be cooked and it'll be very tender. So once that's at that point, when I switch off the heat, I'll bring you back and you'll see the release of the steam, and that's when we can open up the lid and put the roast into the oven with the vegetables. I think that will take around possibly 5 to 10 minutes extra just to brown the roast. I've switched off the heat because it's been 45 minutes, and the pressure is slowly releasing. I actually think it's nearly there. Let me check. Yes, it looks like there's not much pressure left, so I'm just going to release the rest of the pressure. As you can see, it's not that much. There we go. That's fallen down. You can have a look at the roast. Let's see it. There you go. Oh, that steam. There you go. That looks great. Now that the steam is released, we're able to strain the juice and we can put the roast in the oven for another 5 or 10 minutes and then we should be nearly ready to serve. Here we are at the counter. I just want to show you how it's just falling off. You see? I don't want to take too much off, but it is falling off the bone. I'm going to try this to see what it's like. Oh, that's delicious. It is absolutely falling off the bone. See, that is looking great. Okay, I'm quickly put this on here. And this is the juice that we're going to strain. So we also need to add the broccoli. Just put that in at the end because they roast very quickly. The next step is to strain the juice. And that is beautiful stock that we're going to use for our gravy. After 5 minutes of roasting in the oven, take the roast out and put it on the counter. Now it's time to take the meat off the bone. Go ahead and serve the beautiful, tender lamb roast with your roasted vegetables while it's still nice and piping hot. And to finish it off, add the beautiful gravy from the stock of the lamb. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And until next time, see you then. Bye.